Hi, and welcome to Terry Travels, and this time around, it's almost night time, and it is the last day of Ramadan, so the Eid celebrations start when the sun sets, and the sun over there is just about to set, so there are going to be enormous celebrations here in Werribee, where I'm hanging at the moment, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here for something different, here for the LIT Festival, which is a festival of light which is going to take place just behind me in the park here. And the park is going to be spectacular. A whole bunch of light displays, a whole bunch of artworks using light as their medium. Got to wait for the sun to set. It's not quite dark yet, but when it is, I'm going to show you the festival and we'll have a bit of fun with it. And if you're wondering what the thing behind me is, just give me a few seconds to walk out here and reverse the camera. It's an artwork. It's one of two enormous emu feet that are part of the public art here. They're underneath the railway overpass, so the train lines run up there. On the left, you've got the industrial train line for all the freight trains. And these are the trains which sometimes used to go to Geelong. But down there is the sign that's saying that this is the place of emu restings. This is the place where emus gathered and rested and where their ancestors still look over the area wherever we face today. It's a place that the Wadawurrung continue to care for country and asks you to respect and care for Wadawurrung country in partnership with us. And there's the other one. There's the other giant emu foot, respecting the history of this place and the traditions of the Wadawurrung people. It's enormous. It's like Jurassic almost. And if you've ever seen a real emu foot, they are just like that. So I thought I'd start the video there while the skateboarders are using the skate parks behind the emu feet. But yeah, these things are bloody enormous and bloody wonderful. So I'm going to take a break now, and when it gets dark, I'll start showing you the festival. Okay, we're just going to take the path down to the park. People are gathering already. I thought I would do this tonight because with Eid on, people may be less likely to hang out in the park. I can already see some of the displays, and they're pretty spectacular. I already see part of the setup for this, and those balls are enormous, and it's going to be a windy one tonight, so I may need to change where I've got my microphone. But it's looking good already. Those things are like alien spaceships. And I'll just zoom in a bit. Yeah, enormous, glowing, iridescent balls. And down here we have the Werribee River, which does have platypuses in it. Probably won't see any, even though they are a bit crepuscular. There are also some ducks and other things in there. But the river's looking good, with the gum trees hanging over. And here we have the other side of the river with the bridge going over it. Down that way is Watton Street, the main street of Werribee, so we're really close to the main drag of town. And those birds are just going totally mad. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit. Yeah, they look like they're rosellas or something along those lines. Not entirely up on my bird species, but they're local, and it means that the local environment is doing well if the bird life is so noisy and abundant around here. And through there is the festival. Guess we made a bit of a slide on tonight. It's on Wednesday night, just Monday now, so looks like I'm going home and I'll come back in a couple of days. What? You saw anything behind me? And we're back at the LIT Festival when it's actually open through the arch. Sensory friendly night, good. That's what we want.
Hello.
Hi. Hey, and I brought middle-aged geek girl. What did you just say? Just say it, I'll beep it out.
I said, did I just see a giant fucking spider over there?
You did. I filmed it the other night. Come on, let's go. She's a bit worried about the spider, but we're back and it's actually a night when the festival is on. Unlike the first time I came here 2 nights ago. Starts at 7 p.m. and it's not quite 7 yet. And I will put the camera on low light in a moment or two so that we get full advantage of the views. You see the park is really nice with the trees or the gum trees in the crepuscular hour. It's one of your favourite words, isn't it? Crepuscular, along with spelunking.
Spelunking.
Yep.
Flagellation.
Yeah, well, we don't want to go through the whole list.
Gonorrhea.
Yep. Let's cut down through here because we can go off the path and just cut down there. There's a little bit of a step, but it's where we need to be. And there I go without breaking a leg. And here's our first little one where they've got a little light that changes colour, just illuminating the bush. We'll do this on the way back so that we can see all. And there are the giant pearls, which will look better in a little bit when the lights are lower. And if you have a look down there, you can see people just to compare the size of the balls to real, genuine human beings. And there are a whole bunch of little ones there. And again, they've got these lights to illuminate the bush on the way out of the park. This park was designed by First Nations people in the area. So it doesn't really have an inorganic rectangular look like a European garden does. So yeah, up ahead we've got toilets and there are plenty of those. And there's a bridge that reaches across the river. I've shown you that before. And goes to Watton Street. There's the exercise equipment that they have here. Down there you can see the giant spider again. And Sally has taken her own path. Down to here. Looks crazy, doesn't it? Just got to wait for sunset. We did bring drinks. This, as you saw before, is a sensory night, so the music isn't going to be loud and there's not going to be as many flashing lights. It's for people who have neurodiversity sensitivities. And it's just that little bit easier for them to enjoy the festival on the nights when the music's not blaring and everything's not going at 100 miles an hour. And there's the flood meter. It does occasionally flood down here. And that just gives you an idea of how high it can go. It hasn't done it for a while, fortunately. And we're down not too far from the balls. If we go over here, there's a goanna. This head moves. It's a skink. Toratharu, the corner skink by Blank Canvas. 27-meter skink. We'll get it better when it gets a bit darker. But he's a big one. Little skinks, our cats find in the garden and eat when we let them out. But here's a giant skink there. Very cool and groovy. Lovely looking skink. We'll follow it a little bit. There's the sign. You can pause that and read it. It's the Legends of the Skink from the First Nations elders in the area. Story was shared by Jack Buckskin, a Corner and Narunga man. Big skink. And it's quite impressive being this close to it as well. It's not an insignificant creature. Here's the acknowledgement of country. So pause that and read it, please. There are the nights when it's open. And here's the map of the whole park down by the river. And we are approximately here, right in the middle. I like these ones. They look like gum nuts, the nuts that hang from gum trees, but they're illuminated wonderfully here, which is very cool. And now we're going up this ramp to take a look at the displays over the other side here. Past the skink once more, with First Nations music playing, so I'm not sure whether that'll trigger a copyright strike or not. I'll wipe it out if it doesn't. But here's some of the bush in the park. And I like the accessibility they've got in this park. There's lots of ramps as well as staircases, so people can get around pretty much as they need to if they have accessibility issues. And there are lots of little picnic areas around. This is a hidden gem because you can drive around here and not know the park's here at all. It's in a gully. A platypus. A wonderful illuminated platypus. And there are platypi in the rivers around here. And the river's just behind us and down the slope there. And there's a wonderful platypus. Yeah, there's some rosellas up in the tree as well. Can't see them very well, but they're there. You see down to the Werribee River there, which is a little bit rocky, and it goes from wide to thin fairly often down in this part of town. But the river's there with the wonderful gum trees overhanging it. And yes, I am standing on the edge of the bush, but I can't hear any snakes, so I think I'll be okay. Here's one of the many picnic areas around here, which are very cool, mostly because, and hopefully you can hear all the birds, you have free electric barbecues here, which you can use, and all the public can use them, and just barbecue a lunch, and then sit down and just enjoy yourself at the many picnic tables around here. And I love the fact that we've got this kind of amenity locally. Sometimes I forget it's here, but when I don't, I totally love it. And as you can see, they're illuminating all the trees to make it look a little more magical. Plenty of maps around. And there's another big tree, and you can take the windy path down, or you can take the stairs down. Your choice, depending on your inclination and your ability. So I'm going down this ramp now with the pretty lights, which you can't quite see yet because there's still a fair bit of daylight around. But there is a kids' play area down here, which is very imaginative and cool, and done in a First Nations style rather than a traditional Western style. They've got some of the lights and the patterns and the artwork on the pavement down here. It's called Presence Passage by local Wyndham artist Ariadne Concha. Beautiful stuff, all projected from up in the trees. And there are a whole bunch of them. I like this one. and the lantern festival within the festival. It's just a way of decorating the paths as you go from one big exhibit to the other, or to the next. Oops, I'm in the way of the light there. I wonder if I am here. Don't think so. Very nice. And there are about three more. And the very last one is a path to a fairyland, which I will get out of the way of. Beautiful stuff. Here's the Stargate. And up here on the bridge, you think we have an echidna. Up there, it looks like an echidna, and it probably is. You can probably see it better from the top or over on the other side there. But there it is. Sally just pointed out to me that up here are a row of ants. And down there is the echidna that eats the ants. And there's our friend the spider, all lit up. I want that on a bedroom wall, or maybe a bedroom ceiling in the house. What do you reckon? Bedroom ceiling or bedroom wall? And here are a lot of balls, each with little lights inside them. They're all iridescent, and they look very cool. And here are the big ones. And I just found out you can walk underneath them. And there's no way known, I'm not going to do that. You want to go walk under some balls? Let's walk under some balls. Ephemeral collection by Atelier Sisu. A shimmering immersive experience capturing the fleeting beauty of a bubble. And if you want to check out their gram, there's a QR code for you.
Don't punch the balls.
Okay. Let's walk.
Life advice, really.
Let's walk under the balls. It's a very weird experience walking among these things. They're very sturdy, and don't play with that thing. But they're enormous. There's the money shot. That may be the thumbnail. So many balls. And I think this is the biggest cluster right here. It's a very surreal experience. It's very kind of calming and peaceful and strange at the very same time. I love it. What do you think of the balls?
What do you think of the balls?
I think they're marvellous. It's very calm but surreal at the same time.
They're very pretty.
They are.
Balls.
Pretty balls. And they're just kind of reflecting the last of the daylight on these ones. And that looks kind of cool as well. Wonderful stuff. Here's some very good advice about the artwork. This is an artwork. Please be gentle. Do not kick, tackle or punch the artwork. Do not climb. Children must be supervised. Good advice. A bit of colour in the sunset over there as well, which is lovely. Hopefully you can see it. Yeah, done well tonight. Definitely. Here we go. Crystal Realm by Skunk Control. Wander beneath the ever-changing crystalline structures that light up in a dynamic sequence, casting prismatic reflections onto the surrounding flora as crystal outgrowths bloom like flowers. Explore this mesmerizing world when light and nature collide. It's a good thing I've got Sally with me, because she pointed out quite smartly there's a possum up there in the trees. Another local piece of wildlife, but beautiful. I want that for my backyard as well. And up here, got some more gum nuts, which are very lovely. They're almost overhead. Beautiful stuff. Now let's go look at the Crystal Realm. Lots of crystals hanging up in the air. They look like snowflakes, but we don't get snow here at all.
I believe it has actually snowed in Melbourne.
Yeah, but it hasn't snowed for a long time. It's very peaceful walking through here. And as Sal said before, each year it's all different. And you never know what you're going to get till you get here. That's part of the charm. And all of this, by the way, is free. You don't pay for this. It's paid by our council rates. And I can't really think of a better use for them than creating ephemeral beauty in the park. And there's more as we head towards the bridge here. And there's the bridge. And we got some butterflies ahead on the right as we look towards the river. And the river's down there. I'll actually go down close to the river and show you how close to it we actually are. And the other side of the river is lit up. See what I mean about the river going from wide to narrow here? And there are skinks and platypuses and other things down there as well. It's really quite magical. And we've got that bridge snaking over the top of it all. Literally like a snake. Here is us. with the shadow play. Let's walk through. There she is. Cool. Yep. And there she goes out the other end. They're all inspired by Australian wildflowers. Beautifully done. There's the big ones. I'm not up on my wildflowers, so I can't tell you what each one is, but I love them. They're just magnificent. And walking around them is part of it. It's not just seeing them, it's walking around them and being in the same space as them. They're just so much fun. I'm going to walk among them now.
I'm just telling you, I don't know how to do it. That's not teaching me how to do my edit.
And we're looking back to all of the other stuff here. There's a little bit more, but there are a lot of children playing on that stuff, so I won't film that. But I will walk through the balls again to get back to where Sal is, and we'll do a final summary of how we feel about this. And there's the back of the possum. And the darker it gets, the better they look. So, what's your summary of this?
It's good. I'm hot.
Okay.
It's unseasonably hot in April.
Yep.
But it's beautiful as always. I do love it.
Cool, so do I. And from that, I will end this vlog. Thank you very much for watching. Usual things, subscribe, please. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. And there'll be more groovy places and groovy things in the future, so travel safely.